Whether it's through Botox injections or crash diets, a lot of stars go the extra mile to change their appearance. But have these stars gone too far? Madonna has always gotten people talking, but in February 2023, she set off a barrage of comments like no other at the Grammys. The Material Girl was introducing a performance by Sam Smith and Kim Petras, but all viewers could focus on was her face. More specifically, how different she looked. The feedback was harsh, to say the least, criticizing Madonna's alleged overuse of fillers and her unnatural appearance. For her part, the singer clapped back on Instagram, accusing naysayers of ageism and misogyny. She also claimed her distorted look was due to the way she was filmed. Madonna has never confirmed nor denied surgery rumors, but according to The Mirror, she did once say in 2012, "I am certainly not against plastic surgery. However, I am absolutely against having to discuss it." 2 weeks after the Grammys fiasco, Madonna poked fun at critics by posting a selfie to Twitter and writing, "Look how cute I am now that swelling from surgery has gone down, LOL." Much like her sisters, Khloe Kardashian often changes up her look. However, the reality TV star seems to go for far more than just minor alterations. You may have noticed that she looks completely different these days. Fans have wondered whether Kardashian's ever-changing appearance is the result of plastic surgery, fillers, photo editing, or a combination of the three. The Keeping Up with the Kardashians star sparked an internet frenzy when she posted a questionable photo to Instagram where she looked drastically different. One user wrote in the comments section, "What? No, not authentic at all." Kardashian has addressed the backlash she receives over her seemingly altered Instagram post. She even admitted to using filters. According to the US Sun, the mother of two posted a series of filtered videos to her Instagram story in June 2021. She captioned one of the clips, "God bless your filter." Fans now know that the star alters her images, but what about her actual physical appearance? It turns out Kardashian has admitted to undergoing plastic surgery as well. Khloe said during a June 2021 reunion episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians,
"I've had one nose job, Dr. Raj Kanodia, and everyone gets so upset, like, why don't I talk about it?"
Ethan Suplee rose to fame by taking on the roles of beloved overweight characters. The actor is best known for portraying the soul-singing football player in Remember the Titans and Randy from My Name is Earl. In recent years, Suplee is inspiring others by shedding his heavy past for a fit lifestyle. On the podcast, The Church of What's Happening Now, he said that a year after Remember the Titans was released in 2000, he was a whopping 500 pounds.
I really ate to the point of almost intoxication.
By January 2020, Suplee was embracing a new lifestyle, having launched American Glutton, a podcast centered on fitness and diet. In it, he revealed his unhealthy relationship with food growing up, saying, "I guess the first diet I was ever on, I was 5 years old. I had not thought about food really other than enjoying food up until that point. Food was something people didn't want me to have." Suplee's new approach to eating has visibly paid off as his body is now impressive. In the first episode of American Glutton, he even noted, "Food is a functional fuel I use to live, and that's how I am thinking about it right now." Rebel Wilson has always been confident in her own skin, but in January 2020, she announced on Instagram that she was embarking on what she called the Year of Health.
Yeah, it's the year of health for me. So it's a journey, but no, I feel good.
That meant working hard with a personal trainer and watching her diet to hit a goal weight of 165 pounds. That May, she offered an update telling followers in a since-deleted post that it wasn't always easy, but she was sticking with it. And she encouraged fans to do the same, writing, "Even if you have to crawl towards your goals, keep going. It will be worth it." In November of that year, Wilson told people she'd lost around 40 pounds and felt better than ever. The actor attributed a large part of her success to eating better and switching to a high-protein diet full of fish and chicken breast. Wilson explained, "Before, I was probably eating 3,000 calories most days, and because they were normally carbs, I would still be hungry." Wilson has been understandably proud of her journey, and fans have been nothing but supportive of her new look. But as she told the US Sun, it's about more than a number on the scale. Wilson shared, "It's about dealing mentally with why I was overeating. She further explained to People, "I wasn't loving myself enough." Jonah Hill has gone through a drastic transformation since the start of his career. One of the most noticeable aspects of Hill's transformation is his weight loss, but the actor has expressed he does not appreciate comments about his physique. Hill deleted his Instagram page in 2022, but in 2021, the actor took to the social media site to plead with fans amidst buzz about his weight loss, writing in the caption, "I know you mean well, but I kindly ask that you not comment on my body. Good or bad, I want to politely let you know it's not helpful and doesn't feel good. Much respect." Hill did, however, open up about what motivated him to embark on a weight loss journey during an interview on The Tonight Show. The actor told host Jimmy Fallon that he called his 21 Jump Street co-star Channing Tatum and asked for some advice.
And I was like, hey, if I, eat less and go to a trainer, will I get, in good shape? And he's like, yeah, you dumb motherfucker. Of course you will.
The War Dogs actor spoke out about his image once again when he called out the Daily Mail for posting photos of his shirtless body. In a since-deleted Instagram post, he sarcastically wrote in the caption, "The idea that the media tries to play me by stalking me while surfing and printing photos like this and it can't faze me anymore is dope." Amanda Bynes earned her first major role as a child star on Nickelodeon's All That. She went on to star in The Amanda Show, She's the Man, and more. Bynes' successful career came to an end in 2010 when she took to Twitter to announce her retirement. She later found herself in the spotlight again due to her bizarre behavior on social media and her shocking new look. She began switching up her hair color, got a septum piercing, and even a heart-shaped face tattoo. You may recall that the retired actor's mental health was brought into question around this time due to some shocking tweets. Some of the messages included sexual advances toward rapper Drake after she called him ugly in since-deleted tweets. It turns out Bynes was working through personal struggles at the time because the actor wasn't released from her 9-year conservatorship until 2022. According to Entertainment Tonight, the former child star's lawyer shared a statement that read, "Ms. Bynes' parents have both been very supportive throughout the entire conservatorship and have helped her work towards a positive transition into the real world, which was the goal from the beginning of the legal arrangement." So it seems that Bynes is now in a better place. As the daughter of famed television producer Aaron Spelling, it's no surprise that Tori Spelling punched her ticket to fame early as Donna Martin, one of the stars of her father's 90s production, Beverly Hills 90210. Since her television debut, Spelling has been featured in several made-for-television movies, as well as independent films like 2007's Kiss the Bride. Her career in recent years has focused on the books she's written and the reality shows centered on her family and her role as a mother. For those of us who know her as the fresh-faced Donna, it's hard to see the same girl when we look at pictures of her today. So why does Spelling look so different these days? Well, aside from the star simply aging like we all do, she has admitted to receiving a rhinoplasty. Spelling said in an interview for SiriusXM's Jeff Lewis Live,
"I look completely different. I look like I've had a nose job, and it's straight now."
She went on to explain that her new look could also be the result of exosome therapy, which is a regenerative treatment that can reduce the signs of aging in skin. Not many A-listers are comfortable speaking honestly about plastic surgery, but Courtney Cox has zero qualms getting candid about her procedures. Over the years, folks began to notice that Cox's face was slowly changing, and eventually the Friends star looked nothing like her former self. She didn't initially address the buzz, but in 2017, she told New Beauty that a fear of aging had gotten the best of her. Cox shared, "I grew up thinking that appearance was the most important thing. I was trying so hard to keep up, and I actually made things worse."
But aging is not easy.
Cox revealed it was a friend who eventually told her she had to hit the brakes. She did, and then the star took things one step further by having her fillers dissolved. She told New Beauty, "I've had to learn to embrace movement and realize that fillers are not my friend." Since then, Cox has repeatedly spoken about learning that hard lesson. In 2022, she told the Sunday Times, "I didn't realize that, I'm actually looking really strange with injections and doing stuff to my face that I would never do now." The actor even called fillers her biggest beauty regret, telling the Los Angeles podcast in 2023, "You don't realize that you look a little off, so then you keep doing more because you look normal to yourself. I messed up a lot." Angus T. Jones became a household name at just 9 years old when he was cast on 2.5 Men. However, growing up in the spotlight wasn't always easy, and in 2012, the actor slammed the series that made him famous. The then 19-year-old joined Christopher Hudson, the founder and leader of a Seventh-day Adventist church called the Forerunner Chronicles, for a headline-making interview in which he said he didn't want to be on the show anymore. Jones also urged fans to stop tuning in, proclaiming,
"Please stop filling your head with filth."
Jumped to 2014 and he was still rallying against the sitcom, telling KHOU-TV,
"I was a paid hypocrite because I wasn't okay with it, but I was still doing it."
When the show ended in 2015, Jones decided to walk away from acting and enrolled in the University of Colorado at Boulder. In 2016, he told people he hadn't totally written off Hollywood, and that same year, he made a cameo on Louis C.K.'s Horace and Pete. Then he disappeared from showbiz. These days, the former child star is all grown up and sporting a big, bushy beard and full mustache. Much like the rest of the Duck Dynasty stars, Jace Robertson became famous among fans for his epically long beard and equally long locks. However, in September 2017, the 48-year-old reality TV star suddenly took a razor to his signature look and instantly became the poster child for how to succeed in the witness protection program. Of course, Robertson's makeover wasn't the result of some spontaneous decision. His new look served a greater purpose. It was all to help raise money for the Mia Moo Fund, a charity dedicated to raising money for research and treatments related to cleft lip and palate. The charity was founded in 2014 after his daughter Mia had surgery on her cleft palate. After his makeover, Robertson returned to the spotlight once again with his beard in 2022 for his new show, Duck Family Treasure. The series shows viewers Robertson and his family's journey to uncover hidden treasure.
You probably know her best from The Shining or Popeye, but actress Shelley Duvall hardly resembles the woman who stunned on screen all those years ago. While her looks are certainly different, as one might expect for an actress now in her 60s, the more stunning transformation has been a mental one. Since her retirement in 2002, Duvall has lived the life of a recluse at her home in Texas, and in a November 2016 appearance on The Dr. Phil Show, Duvall revealed just how deep her mental problems go.
I loved Robin Williams. I don't think he's dead.
Where do you think he is?
Shape-shifting.
While Dr. Phil pledged to help Duvall with her apparent mental illness, not everyone was thrilled about her appearance on the show. In an open letter, Vivian Kubrick, daughter of The Shining director Stanley Kubrick, condemned Dr. Phil and his show for using Duvall in what she called lurid and exploitative entertainment. Kubrick called on others to join her in boycotting the show. Whether you know her as Elvis Presley's widow or as Jenna Wade from the long-running television show Dallas, you might have a hard time recognizing Priscilla Presley these days. The business magnate and former Dancing with the Stars contestant reportedly had an unfortunate run-in with an unlicensed plastic surgeon. The expensive European silicone that her surgeon, Dr. Daniel Serrano, was injecting his clients with was actually industrial-grade silicone sourced from Serrano's native country of Argentina. Several of his clients developed issues after his misleading treatments, and Serrano was brought up on federal charges for his actions. He pled guilty to several of the charges in 2006 and was sentenced to 18 months in federal prison. While he's now served his debt to society, many of Serrano's victims, including Presley, will have to live with the effects of his treatments for a lifetime. Actress Melanie Griffith is part of a whole family of stars. She's the daughter of actress Tippi Hedren and mother of Dakota Johnson. She made her big screen debut in 1975's Night Moves and continued her early career with racy roles in movies like The Drowning Pool. She finally found her breakout role when she played Secretary Tess McGill in the 1988 film Working Girl. But when you compare photos of Griffith as the naturally pretty young woman of the 80s and 90s with pictures of her today, she's barely recognizable. Part of the difference is likely due to an on-set incident from her early years. While filming Roar in 1977, Griffith was mauled by a lioness. The attack to her face required 50 stitches to repair, but the scars are still reportedly visible. Though there have been rumors that Griffith has also had an ongoing love affair with plastic surgery, it seems likely that the natural loss of skin elasticity has contributed to Griffith's current face, which now is more Hollywood matron than fresh-faced starlet. Dirty Dancing star Jennifer Grey practically dropped off the Hollywood map as soon as she etched a place in it. After her career-defining roles in Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Dirty Dancing, Grey's acting career was halted in its tracks by 2 ill-advised nose jobs, which rendered Grey practically unrecognizable to fans.
And now I feel so stupid.
Grey kept a fairly low profile for decades until she made a public comeback on season 11 of Dancing with the Stars, which she won with partner Derek Hough. Actress Uma Thurman catapulted to fame in Quentin Tarantino's 1994 cult classic Pulp Fiction and maintained her fame thanks to her role as the steely-eyed bride in the director's Kill Bill movies. Over the decades, Thurman's appearance had not changed much, but in 2015 she revealed a drastically new look, one that would draw ire from fans and tabloids who thought the star may have gone under the knife. Thurman would later address the matter by pegging it as a mere makeup experiment.
I guess nobody liked my makeup, you know? I mean, like, I've been doing this for years and years and years, and people say things nice and they say things mean.
But even so, subsequent appearances confirm that she's definitely changed in recent years for one reason or another. Once one of Hollywood's most prominent male stars, Nick Nolte was at the top of his game throughout the 80s and 90s, and thanks to his Oscar-nominated role in 1991's The Prince of Tides, People magazine even named Nolte its sexiest man alive in 1992. As he's aged, though, Nolte has appeared less frequently on the silver screen and made headlines in 2002 when he was arrested for driving under the influence, which made his particularly unflattering mugshot photo national gossip fodder. While he definitely looks more in control of himself today, it's clear that Nolte hardly resembles his younger self. Brat Packer Anthony Michael Hall first made waves as the prototypical geek guy in teen classics like The Breakfast Club, 16 Candles, and Weird Science.
Am I turning you on?
Hall managed to successfully branch out from the nerd typecasting of his early roles by joining the cast of Saturday Night Live when he was only 17, and continued his string of successes in the 90s with roles like the villain in Edward Scissorhands. Hall later made a name for himself among television fans with his portrayal of Psychic Johnny in the series adaptation of Stephen King's The Dead Zone. Despite keeping busy, Hall definitely sports a much different look from his early geek days.
By the way, I still don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Guns N' Roses frontman Axl Rose has come a long way from his hard-rocking sex symbol status of the 80s and 90s. The platinum-selling recording artist has gone through multiple transformations over the years, including his cornrow phase and his more recent weight issues. The singer embarked on a mission to relaunch his career in 2016 with the Roses reunion tour, and also by filling in as the frontman for AC/DC on the rest of their tour after Brian Johnston had to quit. Despite the changes to his look over the last 3 decades, fans and reviewers who have seen him in action during his comeback agree that he's still got the impressive vocal control and range that made him a force to be reckoned with all those years ago.
Actress Renee Zellweger had everyone talking in 2014 when she showed up to Elle's Women in Hollywood party looking a lot different than she used to. According to People, some guests at the event didn't recognize her. The tabloids went into a speculative tailspin as rumors of plastic surgery erupted. What happened? The Oscar-winning actress credits her new look simply to living a different, happy, more fulfilling life. Renee has remarked that she feels healthier and more peaceful today. Still, she admits to mistakes in the past, saying, "Rather than stopping to recalibrate, I kept running until I was depleted and made bad choices about how to conceal the exhaustion. Whether or not that actually included plastic surgery is still left up to speculation, mostly by ghoulish doctors."
That's an eyelid surgery where you remove the skin.
Oscar-nominated actor Mickey Rourke's face has changed considerably since he emerged as a Hollywood icon in the early 80s. As he tells it, his mug was damaged from his days as a professional boxer. "I had my nose broken twice. I had 5 operations on my nose and 1 on a smashed cheekbone. Most of it was to mend the mess of my face because of the boxing, but I went to the wrong guy to put my face back together." Over the years, Meg Ryan's drastically different face has been the subject of much speculation. It's inspired rough nicknames like Misshapen Meg and the terribly blunt headline, "What has happened to Meg Ryan's face?" To answer that question, we honestly don't know. Although rumors of plastic surgery have surrounded the actress since the early 2000s, she's never actually set the record straight. You be the judge. Lil' Kim is another celebrity who's battled plastic surgery rumors. The 40-something rapper's face has looked drastically different at multiple events. According to E! News, Kim's team finally spoke out after taking offense to a blog post, saying, "The blog site is doing its best to conjure up much-needed publicity, and what better way to do so than to take an American music icon and create a fictitious platform in which to disrespect and humiliate. We at Team Lil' Kim are not taking this lying down and are taking this matter very seriously." Though, if you want to be taken seriously, you probably shouldn't call yourself Team Lil' Kim. Actress Angelica Houston's face raised quite a few eyebrows at a 2013 panel for NBC's Smash. The Daily Mail claimed she was suffering from an offensive-sounding condition called pillow face. For what it's worth, Houston has been open about her experiences with plastic surgery, including a Botox injection that allegedly left her with a headache for 4 days. Actress Daryl Hannah looks a heck of a lot different from her Splash days. But before you jump jump to any conclusions, she has said before that cosmetic surgery has nothing to do with it. I am too much of a coward to go under a surgeon's knife for something that wasn't life-saving. She also said that she's actually lost jobs over a recent photo that made her look like she had gotten work done. We have no idea which photo that might be, because it's probably all of them. Like many stars on this list, Rupert Everett's face has been subjected to harsh criticisms over the last few years. At one point, Entertainment Weekly even published a blog post titled, "Rupert Everett's face makes me uncomfortable." Like many stars on this list, Everett claims he's had no work done. We may never know the truth about his face, but we do know that My Best Friend's Wedding is an amazing movie, and Everett should have been nominated for an Oscar for it. Just saying. Singer-turned-TV host Mark McGrath looks almost nothing like he did as the boisterous frontman of Sugar Ray in the 90s. Which, come to think of it, might not be so bad after all, because who wants to be immortalized as Sugar Ray? Except, like, the real Sugar Ray.